Hello everybody, it's Linda and I'm so happy to share my finished guest design team project for Anna's Paper Creations. And I've made this little mini out of the wonderful chipboard die cut that she sent me. And I've been using a lot of Lindy's and a lot of Iamroses that was included in my guest design team package from Anna. Okay, so I've moved a bit so I can show you the album. Sorry about the noise. So I also used the gorgeous trims that I got from Annie for this album, all the way around the edges here on every page. You can see her trims. Annie sells her trims in her blog shop. She's Miss Garden Grove 1. A wing on the bird fell off. So her trims and also her shiny leaves here, and these leaves are from Iamroses, and all the flowers here are from Iamroses, and these are some bead sprays that Annie sent me in our swap rack. So I titled it Seasons, and I made a little nest, and for this nest I actually cut a butterfly in two and used the wings to create the nest. And I also used some what do you call it, like not ribbon, like thread kind of a thing that Annie sent me to just make this little nest for the birdie here. And I used these are some kind of, not pine cones, but you know, some stuff that I found on some trees and dried, and here they are in the album. And these two wheat sprays here are from Lizyjose, and she's got a zibbet store, I think. And I'll put the link to all the stores below, of course, in the description box. And this little birdie here is a Tim Holtz die cut. Sorry about my fingernails, they're horrible, and so are my fingers, but can't help it. And his eggs here are some half flatback pearls, and I put a feather on him for a wing, and I used a little S10 flowers inside this. I made this sort of a shadow box here using a lid from a box that was holding flowers, and I put some Japanese masking tape around the edge and also down here, and I glued it to the page, and then I put the trim on top to hold this, hopefully hold this in place for as long as the tape doesn't sort of come off. So as you can see here, I made a flower spray, and I really love the flowers, and I colored all the flowers in with Lindy sprays. And if you want to know the flowers and the sprays and the name of them, you can just check out my my previous video, and I'll put a link to it below. I used these papers here. Sorry. It's Brenda Walton, and it's called okay, now I don't know what it's called. I thought it was Nature Garden or something, but I'm not sure. But anyway, you can see it here. It's a K & Company stack, and I used the papers, and I used also die cuts and vellum pieces from the same collection, and some other K Company vellum pieces as well. So that's my cover, and I'll just turn this around and show you the back as well. And here's where this little wing fell off. I need some better glue for this. So here you can probably see the what do you call it? Oh, nest a little better, and also this thread thing. And this bird here, I just made him out of polymer clay, and attached some feathers and made him a wing, which obviously fell off. And I made this tiny little envelope with my C6 die, I think it's a Sussex die. Yes, it is. Sorry, it's new. And here's a Tim Holtz weathered clock, a die cut that I got off Etsy. And this is just leaf trim here that it's gold and I colored it just to not make it too shiny and to fit the papers more. I went around the edges of all the pages with some cream colored acrylic paint and then some black soot distress inks. And here are some twigs and again these little cones of some leaves from Iamroses, and these are some porcelain flowers, and this is a handmade flower, and this piece here I got from Anna. Thank you so much, Anna. It's metal and I really love it. And I layered some of the Iamroses flowers and I just colored them using the Lindy sprays that I got in the kit. And these S10s, no, not S10s, these little bloomers here, I just stamped them and sprayed them. And here is another metal piece down here and some of the leaves that I got from Annie. So that's the back page. So let's start and I'll show you this page first. So I used some trim. This is the only trim that is not from Annie's. It's just a tiny trim. And again, I made a flower spray all the way down here. There's an acetate pocket here, and this is just an acetate butterfly. And I made this, and this is just a doily frame that I backed with some paper, and I had to use a magnet just to hold it. And I put a tiny tag in here that comes out like so. So that's that. And I followed a tutorial from Lovely Scrappin'. I think she's called. I put the name of her and a link to her tutorial below. So the tutorial was really great. It's using coin envelopes to make this little folder, and I just made some tags to go in here, and I can put pictures here or do some journaling. The tiny wings just keep falling off. So yeah, that's that. And there's also room for a photo on the back. So over to the next page then. It matches a bit in color. Again, Annie's trim here. This is from Lizyjose, and this is just some leaf trim. It was white, but I colored it with my Lindy's to match. And this is a Tim Holtz birdcage die that I just distressed using some paints and inks and some what do you call this? Not distress powder, embossing powder. And here is a half of the butterfly that I cut. I cut some wings off here and used them to make the nests. And here I made a Velma flower, which means that I just put some clear embossing on these petal flowers here. And I put a carnation in the middle. I colored them, of course, with the Lindy's. And here is a small heart charm. And I put some pearl beaded trim behind the birdcage here. And these are just some brads. And these are some die cuts from the Kane company. And I just made this folder for photos. And I made this tiny envelope and I decorated it with some die cut pieces and a brad here. And yeah, you can put a message or journal inside. So that's that page. And the next one looks like this. This is just a die cut from Kane Company and a vellum butterfly. And this little hat of straws, or what to call it, it's a hat that I got from Annie. And I just put some twine around it here and one of the S10 flowers and a carnation, R77 rose, and all colored with Lindy's. And I made a stick pin here. And this is just a coin envelope that I decorated, and I made this so that this little tag can go behind here. This is just a piece of ribbon, and This tag pulls out here, place for journaling, and also there's a pocket here for a tag, and there is a tag inside here. This is also, it's stamped on the back, and it's from the Kaiser, not Kaiser Craft, King Company, sorry. So this is just a Martha Stewart little butterfly, and this pocket was just made from a piece of craft paper. This is a vellum bee, and just some layering with some masking tape. I used some masking tape to decorate some places here. And this is one of Annie's gorgeous trims. And yeah, that's that page.